Good morning, everybody, again. I am going to read you another story for today. This story is called Lots, the Diversity of Life on Earth. How many different living things are there on planet Earth? A few, none, or lots? What do you think? That's correct. There are lots of different kind of living things that live on planet Earth. But let's find out together. When we open the page of this book, we will see so many different living things. Can you look at the picture? Can you guess what different living things are there? The cactuses, they are living things. The birds, and so on and so on. So let's find out together. How many different kinds of living things are there on our planet? 1, 2, or 3, or lots? Yes, there are lots and lots and lots. From big things like elephants and oak trees to small things like mushrooms. Do you know that so far scientists have counted and discovered up to 100,000 different kinds of mushrooms? Yeah, I didn't know that either. I've learned that recently and I was like surprised. I was like, oh, what? That many kinds of mushrooms? 100,000. And other small things like microbes. Microbes are too small to be seen by eyes. So we need to use a microscope to see the microbes. And do you know what microbes are? They are so small and they are found in dirt. They are different living things, but we can't see them. So they are found in dirt. They are found in our hands. That's why we need to wash our hands very often because microbes live there. Microbes can be found everywhere, into the soil, into our shoes, into our kitchen benches if we haven't cleaned them properly, into our sinks. So microbes are different living things again that can live everywhere, but we can't see them with our eyes. Everywhere you look, there are living things in deserts, on islands far out to sea, under the feathers of birds, and on the backs of beetles. Even in places where you will think nothing at all could live, like boiling volcano pools. See, the bright colors in this pool are made by microbes. So microbes exist even in there, in hot volcanic pools. How interesting. We can't see them though with our eyes. You have to use again a microscope to see them. Counting how many kinds there are can be difficult because some places are hard to look in, like the tops of tall trees in the jungle or the bottom of the coldest seas. It can also be difficult because sometimes things that look different are really the same. This is a young queen angelfish, and this is an adult queen angelfish. So they're different. But they look similar, don't they? Or things that look the same are really different. See, they look exactly the same, but they're both different. This is a monarch butterfly and this is a viceroy butterfly. So they again are different, but they look so the same. But mainly it's difficult because there are just so many of them. Look how many different kinds of living things belong and live on planet Earth. This is such a beautiful book, by the way. Look at the pictures and the illustrations. So colorful, amazing. So far, human beings have found and counted almost 2 million different kinds of living things. Wow. So all this, look at this SpongeBob fungus. Haha. SpongeBob fungus, how funny. And look at this snake, a Patton's bright snake. That's what it's called. What about this Galapagos rosy iguana? That's a pink iguana. I never heard of that before. What about this? Wonderpuss octopus. That's interesting. The golden kelp. The Bonaire banded box jelly. All these different living things that we didn't even know they existed. And the more we find, the more we learn about how living things depend on each other for food, for places to live in, and for ways to grow. For example, jaguars eat pacas, which eat the fruits and seeds from trees. When pacas poo the tree seeds they've eaten, they grow into trees again. So see how connected and how dependent we are on each other for food and for ways to grow food. How interesting is that? Or what about the hummingbirds eat insects and the insects eat the nectar? How funny is that? And how interesting too. Baby frogs grow in pools of rainwater in leaves. And then bees carry pollen to flowers so flowers can grow seeds. We have learned that every kind of living thing is part of a big, beautiful, complicated pattern. Look how beautiful the pattern is. The trouble is, all over the world, human beings are destroying bits of the pattern. Remember when I spoke to you earlier about human beings taking too much from planet Earth and not giving enough back and looking after it? Well, these are some of the ways that we are destroying our planet and the pattern of our planet and how everything depends on one another. Poison in the air, rivers and oceans with all the fumes and all the rubbish. Taking too much from the sea, or building roads that cut forests into pieces. So we are cutting forests to build the roads, so that animals and plants disappear, because once the trees are gone, they've got no more shelter, no more food. So how are they going to live or survive? They don't. So then that means they will disappear, but we don't want living things to disappear. We don't want our pattern to be broken. Otherwise it's going to look grey and ugly, not colorful. And these are some of the living things and species that have gone extinct or that have disappeared so far. And let me tell you some of them. One of them is the Vietnamese rhinoceros. He has gone extinct. He has disappeared. That's a shame. The Zanzibar leopard. Again, he's gone extinct. What else? What about the laughing owl? Look at him. He's so cute. He's disappeared too. He's gone extinct. This one, Dodo. I didn't know he used to exist. What about the Tasmanian wolf? He's disappeared. He's gone extinct too. So many different living things have disappeared. And we don't want that to happen to other living things. So many kinds of living things have already been lost. Perhaps some have disappeared even before we found them. That's sad. Human beings are part of the pattern too, and we need to make sure it stays big, beautiful, and complicated. Look at this. This is how we want it to stay. Big, beautiful, and complicated. Because we could not live on an earth where we had counted down instead of up. From lots to none. We want to keep counting up and up and up. And this, my friends, is the end of the story, Lots, the diversity of life on Earth. So how many different kinds of living things are there on our planet? Do you think 1, 2, 3, or lots? Give me an answer or say it to your parents. Bye for now.